Easiest way to execute a Java 3D program, batch file. Voice by Ondoku3.com. All you need to know is where Java 3D is located on your PC. And a program name. If you would like to modify the program, you can just do it. Then double-click a bat file. See, it's easy. This video explains how to create a batch file. To execute the Java 3D programs I explained in the previous video. Where I assumed that you had already installed Eclipse. If you have not yet installed Eclipse or any other IDEs, but just would like to try executing Java 3D programs, or if you have little brothers or sisters who are much younger than you, and would like to have them try out Java 3D programs. But you think using IDEs is too much for them. Using a batch file is the best choice. In addition to a batch file, since a Java 3D program is a Java program, using Java 3D, you need to install 1. JDK for developing a Java program. 2. Java 3D, which contains classes for manipulating 3D objects. And 3. jogamp-fat.jar, which contains the necessary native libraries for various operating systems. And all jogamp Java libraries. In this video, only color cubes and points are used as 3D objects. So VRML and 3ds loaders are not needed. For details of how to install JDK, check out the video. Java 3D, how to install and run Eclipse and NetBeans after installing Adopt OpenJDK 8.1.18. For details of how to install Java 3D, check out the video. Simplest way to install Java 3D 1.6.0 and VRML and 3ds loaders for Eclipse. Preparing an environment where we can use a batch file. 1. Download Java 3D and jogamp-fat.jar if you don't have them yet. Java 3D 1.6.0 download. Index of /deployment /Java 3D /1.6.0 final. jogamp Java 3D.7z. In the Downloads folder, I created a Java_3D_download4 folder, in which I created a 1_6_ final folder. Downloads. Cut jogamp java 3d.7z. I just downloaded Ctrl+X. And paste it in the 1_6_ final folder. Ctrl+V. Unzip it. In the jogamp java 3d folder, these .jar files appear. jogamp-fat.jar. Index of /deployment /jogamp-current/fat. jogamp-fat.jar. Cut jogamp-fat.jar. I just downloaded. And paste it in the jogamp java 3d folder. Now, the required 4.jar files are all in the jogamp java 3d folder. 2. Prepare a text editor to copy a batch file and source code 1 to 5. You can even use Notepad or Notepad 2. Alternatively, you can use your favorite text editor. Here, I will use Notepad 2. I didn't know there was such a thing as Notepad 2 until recently. It's fast, it's easy to use. It requires no installation and does not modify the Windows registry. It is suitable for the purpose of this video. Downloading Notepad 2. Notepad 2 download. Notepad 2, a small, fast, and free text editor with syntax. Notepad 2 Windows 32 64 bits. Download Notepad 2, 4.2.25, program files x86, 305 kilobytes. Unzip Notepad 2_4.2.25_x86.zip. I just downloaded. Open this folder. Double-click. Adding a shortcut to Notepad 2.exe to the Send to folder. So that the file can be quickly opened by right-clicking. Create a shortcut to Notepad 2.exe. Cut the shortcut. Press the Windows key +R. Run. Type the name of a program, folder, document, or internet resource, and Windows will open it for you. Open. Type shell send to. Paste the shortcut in the Send to folder. You can also use Notepad++ as a text editor, which, on the other hand, can easily be used as an IDE to compile and run Java 3D programs. For details of how to do it, check out the video. Simplest way to use Java 3D 1.6.0 in Notepad++. 3. Copy and modify a batch file. Open Notepad 2. Open this page link in description. Then copy a batch file Ctrl+C. Paste Ctrl+V. Open the folder where your 4.jar files are located. Click Ctrl+C. Replace this part with your absolute address of the folder containing the .jar files. Ctrl+V. File. Save as. Then save it as .bat. I saved it as simple_code_SharedGroup.bat. Save. 4. Open Notepad 2, then save this empty file as vecmath.jar. File. Save as. vecmath.jar. Save. '5. Create folders to store the batch file and the empty Java file. I created 7 folders. With the same names as the Eclipse project folders I used in the previous video. '6. Copy the batch file and the empty Java file into each of the 7 folders. While holding down the Shift key. Click. Ctrl+C. Ctrl+V. 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 7. Copy source code 1 to 5 from my web page link in description. Copy and modify source code 1 and 2 to create additional 2 source code files. Then execute each source code file by double-clicking the .bat file. I used the same source code 1 to 5 as in the previous video. For details, check out the previous video. Simple Java 3D code using SharedGroup. Let's change expressions used as arguments. Source code 1. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad 2.exe shortcut. Select. While holding down the Shift key. Scroll. Then click Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. Save. Double-click. 2 lines of color cubes on an XC plane. Since vecmath.jar uses the keyNavigator behavior class, you can navigate in a 3D space using arrow keys. And the 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9 keys on the numpad. Try pressing those keys one by one to see what happens. Click Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. vecmath.jar already exists. Replace the file R. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. 4. Double th equals 0.0. Initialize angle th to 0.0. th plus equals 0.3. Increment th by 0.3. Multiply x by float math sign th. .08. Save. Double-click. 2 sine curves. Source code 2. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. Select. While holding down the Shift key. Scroll. Then click Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. Save. Double-click. The graph of the equation y equals x. Click Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. vecmath.jar already exists. Replace the file R. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. 4. X multiplied by x minus 5.0. Save. Double-click. The graph of the equation y equals x multiplied by x minus 5.0 is displayed. Source code 3. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. Select. While holding down the Shift key. Scroll. Then click. Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. Save. Double-click. The graph of the equation y equals minus open parenthesis x multiplied by x plus c multiplied by z close parenthesis divided by 8 plus 2.0. Source code 4. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. Select. While holding down the Shift key. Scroll. Then click. Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. Save. Double-click. The graph of the equation y equals minus open parenthesis x multiplied by x plus c multiplied by z close parenthesis divided by 8 plus 2.0 using points. Source code 5. Right-click. Send to. Select Notepad2.exe shortcut. Select. While holding down the Shift key. Scroll. Then click. Ctrl-C. Ctrl-V. Save. Double-click. Randomly scattered color cubes on an XZ plane. On my homepage, new Google Sites. I divided my how-to videos into groups so that you could find what you were looking for more easily. If you are interested in it, please visit the site. Links in description. Visit my channel to see more videos.